My wife Mia used to say marriage is about learning each other every single day. I believed her, I really did. Until the day she started learning more from her friends than from me. It all started when our daughter Lily got completely obsessed with those woman empowerment influencers online. She'd constantly tell Mia she needed to embrace her freedom and reclaim her energy. At first, I just brushed it off. I thought it was harmless social media nonsense, just a phase. But then things started to change. Mia began dressing differently, staying out late, and talking about people I'd never even heard of before. Whenever I'd ask her about it, she'd just say she was discovering herself again. The last thing I wanted was to control her, so I tried to trust her. I told myself this was good for her. That turned out to be the biggest mistake of my life. One evening, I overheard Lily talking to her mom. The words she said hit me like a physical blow. She said, "Mom, cheating isn't wrong if it boosts your confidence." I felt the air leave my lungs. Mia laughed it off like it was some kind of joke, but I saw a shadow flicker in her eyes. A hesitation that told me she was actually considering it. After that, the texting started. Constant, secretive texting. She'd always tilt her screen away from me, a quick, guilty reflex. When I asked who she was talking to, the answer was always the same. "Oh, it's just a friend." Her late nights became more frequent. Her excuses got weaker, more flimsy. And her affection toward me. It just faded away like a candle slowly burning out. I felt a growing distance between us, a cold space that words couldn't fill. One night, it was well past midnight, and I found her still fully dressed, a wide smile on her face as she stared at her phone. A heavy ache spread through my chest. I asked her where she'd been. She just sighed this tired, annoyed sound and said she needed space. From me. She told me I was holding her back, that she felt more alive with the new people she'd met through Lily. I finally gathered the courage to ask the question I was terrified to ask. "Are you seeing someone else?" She didn't deny it. She didn't even have the decency to lie. She just looked at me with cold eyes and said she was exploring possibilities. Those two words shattered something deep inside me. But even then I wanted to fight for us. I tried to save our marriage. I begged her to reconsider, to remember what we had built together. Her response? "Saving it won't make me happy." The next morning she was gone. She walked out with a single suitcase and a smug little smile on her face. Lily, our own daughter, defended her. She told me I was the problem, that I needed to evolve. For 2 weeks, I was a ghost in my own home, living in a thick fog of betrayal and heartbreak. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I just kept replaying everything in my head, wondering how the two people I loved most in the world could hurt me so easily, so carelessly. Then, one evening, my phone buzzed. It was a message from a coworker. He sent me a photo. It was Mia, at a bar, sitting way too close to a man I'd never seen before. My stomach twisted into a painful knot as I zoomed in on the picture. I saw her hand resting high up on his thigh. That was it. That was the moment I knew. She hadn't just cheated emotionally. She had crossed every single line, but I didn't scream. I didn't break anything. I just sat there on the edge of our bed and let the cold, hard truth numb me. And in that numbness, something inside me hardened. I stopped begging. I stopped hoping. I decided to move forward without her. The very next day I met with a lawyer. I explained everything and he told me exactly what I needed to do, what to document. I started collecting the evidence. It was almost too easy. I found messages she'd accidentally backed up to our shared cloud. I saved screenshots of the conversations with Lily, where our daughter was actively encouraging her mother to cheat. I saved the photos from her nights out, the ones her new friends had tagged her in. I even found digital receipts for hotel rooms she had claimed were for self-care retreats. By the time she finally came back 2 weeks later, with fake tears streaming down her face, and a practiced apology on her lips, it was too late. I was done. She said the other man wasn't what she expected. She said she missed the stability I gave her. She said she wanted to fix our marriage, but I had already filed the divorce papers. I handed her the envelope. When she saw the official documents, her face just fell apart. The act was over. She begged me to reconsider. She cried that she needed me. I looked her straight in the eye and said, "You should have thought about that before you broke us." Lily started yelling at me, screaming that I was ruining the family. I just told her, trust is something you don't throw away for a little bit of woman energy. Mia cried even harder when she learned through the legal process that she would be getting the house. She sobbed when she realized she wouldn't get half of our life savings either. She tried to blame Lily, saying she was a bad influence. But I told her, and the court agreed, that she was a grown woman who made her own choices. The evidence was overwhelming. The court saw everything and ruled completely in my favor. In the end, Mia moved into a small, cramped apartment with the man she cheated with. About a month later, she texted me saying she regretted everything and that she'd made a terrible mistake. I read the message, and I didn't reply. I didn't need to. I didn't need revenge anymore. Watching her lose the beautiful life she so casually threw away, that was its own kind of justice. I finally began to rebuild my world without her in it. I started sleeping peacefully through the night for the first time in years. And slowly, day by day, I realized something incredibly important. Sometimes betrayal doesn't destroy you, sometimes it frees you. It sets you on a path you never would have found otherwise. And sometimes the people who encourage that destruction end up drowning in it themselves. I walked away stronger, wiser, and finally unbroken, and Mia, she was left with nothing but the question of why her little boost of energy ended up costing her absolutely everything. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone and you can come out of it stronger. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.